Hey, if you're thinking about selling your home in Springfield, Ohio, you may be trying to decide between listing with a real estate agent or selling directly to a cash home buyer. And both options can make sense. The right choice depends on the condition of the home, how quickly you need to sell, how much work you're willing to do, and whether you value the highest possible price or the simplest possible sale. My name is Steven Solomon with Comfort Living Buys Houses. Since 2013, my team and I have been helping homeowners through Springfield and Clark County sell homes in a wide range of conditions. In this video, I'm going to give you the honest comparison between selling to a local cash buyer and listing a house with a real estate agent in Springfield, Ohio. So let's start with the biggest questions. Which option will get you the most money? In many cases, listing it with a real estate agent can produce the highest possible price. This is especially true if the house is updated, if it's clean, in a good condition, and likely to qualify for a traditional buyer financing. That's how you get the most money. When you list a property, you expose it to more buyers. More buyers can create more competition, and that can result in higher offers. But the sales price is not the same as the amount of money you actually get to keep. When you sell with an agent, you need to pay the real estate commission, closing costs, repair, cleaning costs, all the landscaping costs, utilities, insurance, taxes, monthly holding costs, while the house is on the market. The buyer may also request repairs, a price reduction after the inspection. So when you're comparing offers, don't just compare the top line price. Compare the amount that you will actually receive after the expenses, delays, and concession. Now let's talk about selling to a cash buyer. A legitimate cash buyer will always offer less than full retail value of the property. Those are just the facts. This is because the buyer is taking on repairs, clean out, holding cost, resale risk, and the work required to improve and resell the property. In exchange, the homeowner gets a simpler and more predictable case. At Comfort Living Buys Houses, we buy houses in as-is condition. So you don't have to make repairs. You don't have to clean the house. You don't have to remove the unwanted belongings, prepare the home for showings, and you don't have to wait for a traditional buyer to qualify for a mortgage. That makes a cash sale a strong option for homeowners that are looking for speed, certainty, and convenience. The next difference is timeline. When you list a home with a real estate agent, the process may include preparing the property, taking photographs, putting the house up on the market, scheduling showings, negotiating all the offers, completing inspections, waiting on an appraisals, waiting for the buyers, lenders to approve the loan. A traditional sale may go smoothly, but it may also take several weeks or months. And even after accepting an offer, the transaction can still fall apart because of financing, inspection issues, appraisal problems, or buyer hesitation. With a cash buyer, the timeline is usually much shorter. There are no mortgage companies. There are fewer conditions that can delay or cancel a sale. Depending on title work and the homeowner's needs, a cash buyer, like myself, may be able to close in as fast as 7 days or less. If your Springfield, Ohio house is fully renovated and ready for the market, listing with an agent may be your better option. But if the property needs a roof, maybe a foundation, plumbing issues, electrical updates, maybe it needs new flooring, major clean out, full renovation, whatever the case is, many retail buyers may want a move-in ready house. Their lender may also have property condition requirements. That means you may need to complete repairs before listing, negotiate repairs after the inspection, or accept a lower offer from the buyer who is willing to take on the work. A cash buyer can usually purchase the property in its current condition. That may save you from investing money into repairs without knowing whether you need to recover that money when the property sells. Another major difference is convenience. Listing with an agent may involve photography, open houses, private showings, inspections, appraisals, contractors, and repeat visits to the property. That may be completely reasonable if the potential extra profit is worth the time and effort. But it can be difficult if you live out of town. Maybe this is inherited property for you. Maybe you have problem tenants maybe you're going through divorce, maybe you're in foreclosure, or you simply don't have time or money to prepare the house for the market. A direct Cash sale usually requires fewer people, fewer appointments, and fewer moving parts. Now, let's talk about the certainty. A finance buyer may make a strong offer, but that offer is only as good as the buyer's financing. The mortgage can be denied, the appraisal can come in low, the buyer can request repairs, the buyer can get cold feet, or the buyer can change their mind within the terms of the contract. A cash buyer can reduce some of those risks, but not every company that calls itself a cash buyer is actually purchasing the home with their own money. Some buyers are wholesalers who are pretending to put the property under contract and then sell the contract to someone else. If they cannot find another buyer, they may try to renegotiate the price, delay the closing, or cancel the deal altogether. Before signing with any cash buyer in Springfield, ask whether they're an actual buyer. Ask for proof of funds. Ask how much earnest money they're depositing. Ask whether they have purchased properties here locally. And then go to the auditor site, type in their LLC, see what they actually own, and ask whether they can provide references or verified reviews. Like for us, I can send you a title company that we've done 300 deals with. The cheapest or highest offer is not always the best offer. You need to evaluate the buyer's ability to close. So, when should you list a property with a real estate agent? Listing may be the best choice if you have a house in good condition, you have enough time, you're willing to deal with the showings, the inspections, and your main goal is maximizing the sale price. When should you choose a cash buyer? A cash buyer may make more sense if your house needs major repairs, you may need to close quickly, you want to avoid commission, you don't want to clean the property, or you value certainty and simplicity over getting the absolute highest retail value. The key is to compare both of these options. Ask an experienced real estate agent what the house may sell for, how long it may take, what repairs they recommend, and what your estimated net proceeds would be after commission and all the expenses. Then compare that number with a written cash offer. At Comfort Living Buys Houses, we're not going to tell you that selling to us is always the best choice. It is not. Sometimes listing it with a real estate agent is clearly the better option. But if your Springfield house needs work, you need to sell on a specific timeline, or you want to sell in as-is condition, we would be happy to explain what we can offer you. There are no obligation, there is no pressure, and there is no commissions or hidden fees when you sell directly to us. If you are deciding between a cash buyer and a real estate agent in Springfield, Ohio, call Comfort Living Buys Houses at 937-915-3737. Also, you can visit us at comfortlivingbuyshouses.com. We are local. We've been in business since 2013. We are proudly veteran owned. We are based in Springfield, Ohio. Our office is at 1131 North Murray Street. We buy houses throughout Clark County and the surrounding Miami Valley area. My name is Stephen Solomon. Give us a call and compare your options and choose the solution that puts you in the strongest possible condition.